Welcome back. This is night 14 of your 28-night nervous system reset. If you are lying awake tonight carrying the weight of things you couldn't change, or if your mind is heavy with should-haves, you are exactly where you need to be. Subscribe to join our nightly journey. By the end of this session, the burden of self-blame will dissolve, and you'll find sanctuary in a deep, effortless sleep. I'm Rhea Rivers. Last night, we visited the hidden waterfall, where we watched the current carry away our critical thoughts. Tonight we travel beyond the water to a place of absolute stillness, where the noise of the world and the judgments of the self cannot reach. We arrive at the sanctuary of grace. This is a cathedral of light and silence, built specifically for your tired heart. It is a space where the inner critic is not allowed to speak, and where self-compassion is the very air you breathe. For the next few minutes, let the architecture of this piece support you, until your only responsibility is to let go. Inhale deeply. Breathing in the scent of warm cedar and ancient sun-warmed stone. And exhale, letting your shoulders sink an inch deeper into the bed. Imagine you are standing before two tall arched doors made of silvered wood. These doors only open for one person, the version of you that is ready to be forgiven. Your inner critic stands at your shoulder, reminding you of the things you couldn't control today. The words left unsaid, the tasks unfinished, the outcomes you couldn't change. It treats your life like a puzzle with missing pieces. But as you step through these doors, that voice hits a wall of soft golden light. It cannot follow you here. In the sanctuary of grace, there are no missing pieces. There is only the whole beautiful truth of your humanity. Inhale the stillness. And as you exhale, feel the armor you've been wearing start to unbuckle and fall away. Whisper to yourself, I am laying down the burden of things I cannot change. Think of one thing you've been blaming yourself for. The critic says, you should have known better. The sanctuary says, you did the best you could with the light you had at the time. Imagine that regret as a heavy stone in your pocket. See yourself placing it on a small altar of white marble. You don't have to carry it anymore. Your hands are empty now. Inhale the warmth of the golden light. Feel it softening the tight spaces in your mind. Exhale the what-ifs and the if-onlys, watching them turn into harmless dust motes in the night sky. Your inner critic is just a child who is afraid of making mistakes. It thinks that if it punishes you, it can prevent future pain. But here, in this sanctuary, grace is the only protection you need. Tell your inner critic with a soft, knowing smile that it is safe to be quiet now. You are moving from the world of performance into the world of presence. Whisper inwardly, I give myself permission to rest, even with the unfinished business of life. Feel the physical relief that spreads through your jaw and neck when you stop fighting yourself. Know this in your soul. I am not the things that happen to me. I am the grace that survives them. In the center of the sanctuary is a bed of soft white linen. It is surrounded by a circle of candles that never flicker. The silence here is thick and protective, like a velvet curtain. Nothing left to fix. Nothing left to justify. Even your heartbeat seems to synchronize with the pulse of the room. Steady, and calm. Your only task now is to receive this rest. Breathe into the space behind your eyes. Exhale and feel your hips and lower back release their grip. Sinking like a feather onto the linen. Completely supported. The sanctuary is glowing with a dim amber hue. The pillars are tall and unwavering. You no longer need to explain your choices to anyone, even yourself. The labels fade. The you that carries the world is allowed to let it go. Know it in your heart. I am worthy of kindness. I am worthy of peace. Notice how the atmosphere seems to wrap you in a cocoon of compassion. Holding you so you don't have to hold anything at all. Each exhale takes you deeper into the velvet shadows. Softer. As if the grace of this room is a lullaby you've been waiting to hear. The inner critic has finally laid its head down. Exhausted by its own noise, finally lulled by your kindness. It is finally at peace. Feel the weight of your eyelids. as if they were being closed by the gentlest touch. Your mind is a sacred hall. Quiet and consecrated. You are the peace of the sanctuary of grace. I allow myself to sleep. I allow myself to be whole. The stars are watching over the roof of the world. The struggle is over. Sleep settles in the air. Falling like a blessing. Until there is no difference. Between the breath and the grace. Sleep now. In the sanctuary. The critic is silent. And you are forgiven. Into the dream.